Remember, I said there were 4 reasons why it would be wise, perhaps, for you to spend some time with what I'm doing. Well, I've done the work, remember? I know the shortcut, so it won't take you 50 years to get to the beginning. And I know the big picture, and I'm still doing the work. I'm still studying because I don't know it all. All right? So the third one, I know the big picture, is the frame, the picture frame to the life we're living now. Why did God make a world like the one in which you and I are living? Have you noticed the state of the world? Have you watched the news? Is this a good place? Well, from time to time, yeah, it is. But there's a lot of crummy stuff going on. Now, when I was doing my study, there were big questions that drove it. One of the big questions was, why would a good God build a world like this? Another big, because he loves us, and yet he did this world? Another big question is this. If God, before the beginning of time, knew the names of every single person who was going to go to heaven, why didn't he do heaven first? Yeah, he could have, but he didn't. And what's the reason? Well, questions like those over the 50 years have driven my study because I wanted to find out. And if God is truth and reasonable, then there will be reasonable answers to those questions. And if God is true, which he is, he's not afraid of any question that we could possibly ask. So the big questions drove my study, and my study took me to the big picture. And there's no one passage in Scripture that answers any of the big questions. But when you know the big picture itself begins to answer the tough questions. The big picture itself answers the tough questions. So, what do we see in the big picture? What do we see? Why is God doing what he's doing? Oh, by the way, God has a plan for your success, and we're here to help you work it.